Hey everyone, today is the day that I have been waiting over 7 years now, and is to beat Minecraft legitimately. This may sound like an easy challenge for you, but for me, it's quite an adventure. But without further talking, let's begin my journey to beat Minecraft once and for all. So I begin this world, looked around, lucky me, there was a village right beside the spawn. I didn't waste any time and straight up getting the hay bales and started trading with villagers. Now here I have thought of a plan that works perfectly well and perfectly unwell. You will see why in this episode. This seed is really blessed, which had a mesa biome right beside spawn. I didn't really want to explore it since I did not expect to see this rare biome and I didn't have any sort of plan for it. I continued my journey. I found this chest which had decent loot, but the chest I found after this was absolutely blessed, which contained diamonds. Now that's what I call lucky. I started to break beds to prepare for the dragons, and I found this flesher, and this is where my plan starts. I will get some logs, craft sticks, then trade with these villagers, and get emeralds, and trade with clerics to get ender pearls. So, far ahead, but this was the plan I had. It's going to take a long time, so I didn't waste a single minute and started getting logs. The diamond I got was very handy in early game, because using diamond tools, getting things is faster than a raccoon falling asleep. Weird comparison, but it sort of makes sense, so you get what I mean. Also, I tamed up this horse. I was so lucky that I have both saddle and horse armor, and the horse is really fast. Wait, I'm just kidding, it's very slow. Did more trading, got myself a bow and arrow, which by the way, I really wish I did trade more arrows since, well, something went bad while fighting the dragon. Too lazy to mine, so I had to end these poor golems that didn't deserve to be slain. I got more beds, and this is where I didn't really plan properly. My inventory is absolutely crowded, and at this time I thought that everything in my inventory was important. This was an absolute nightmare, trust me. Then I saw a brewing stand hoping for a villager to get a cleric's job. And yeah, I'm sorry, very sorry for you and your family, but this has to be done, alright? Got the gears on and tamed another horse. Not the fastest, but it was faster than the last one. Also, while traveling the other way to spawn, there was another village. Wow, this seed is quite good. Nothing appeals to me in this village except this handy iron golem sitting around. Boop, whoopsies, that was a lag spike, okay? But enough jokes, I found this Rune Portal. Ooh, shiny armor. Things were going great until I realized that this portal is half glowing, half not. After fixing a little, I had one obsidian missing, and that time I was not enjoyable seeing this. I had to leave this place and travel some more, and I found another village. I don't know what to say right now because I've never seen a seed this lucky from the day I started playing Minecraft. I did the most stupid thing you can ever do, which is to break hay bales with a shovel. Now, this may trigger some of you, but I was stupid and I didn't realize that I was not mining faster using a shovel, so I sorta did that for the whole time. Now, I have to progress, so I had to move on from the village for now. And I found this ravine, and you know what? It was quite lucky because it had a lava pond on the bottom of it. Which, you know what? It's nether time. Since I have never speedrun before, making a portal is not the most fun thing for me, so you can sort of watch me suffer a little while making this, nether portal. This brings back to my point before. I have a plan, but I also don't have a plan. It's a simple list of steps that I should go through, but I didn't plan out every step properly, which ends up situations like this. And finally, after some very frustrating times, the portal was made. I made myself a flint and steel, and I was ready to experience the moment I questioned my life. And you'll see why. But not that yet, because when I entered the portal, I thought things was not going to be easy. But then, as the fortress appeared before my eyes, excited yet frightened, I took the safe way, even though it's not the safest, I could tell you. Comrades, we made it to the enemy's fort, and now prepare for a battle we've been waiting for years now. Wait a minute, why am I talking like this? This was silly. Continuous video, I spent some time looking for the blade spawner. This might just be the first time walking the fortress because exploring this feels like an endless maze. Dead ends everywhere, but good things where I get to see exciting mob versus mob battles. And one terrible mistake I made was not bringing torches. You are seeing this video with great brightness, but for me it was dark and scary. I could barely see anything, which I was very easily lost in the fortress. So impatient, I started using beds, thinking that blaze spawners might be trapped in the wall. Oh, and I found some sweet diamonds in the chest. And 20 minutes later, I found the blaze spawner. Finally! Because you might not feel what I felt that time finding it, I was so close to give up. So close that I think of restarting. But I didn't do any of that, and I found it. I'm not going to show you too much about me fighting blazes because it's basically me going back and forth to the spawner trying to deal damage to the blazes. Sometimes later I got 8 blaze rods. 8 because just in case something happened. That was a close call, and this was even more of a close call. It would have gone bad if I didn't get rid of the wither skeleton in time. Arr, cool, it's time that we head home, never come back to the fort again, not until we scatter the dragon. Again with Scalawag, blow me down, that was a close one. Haha, I try to speak like a pirate, it definitely sounds awful. But anyways, we made it back to the overworld safe and sound. Now that I got the blaze rods, my second plan is to begin getting the ender pearls. I went back to the oak village and started pouring emeralds to the cleric. Had to go to foraging and trading with the nether villager who has a Fletcher job. But eventually, I got the final emeralds needed to get rest of the ender pearls. Bright sunny morning, perfect day to find the stronghold. I have a horse to travel, I got my stuff, and I was completely ready to finish this once in for all. I had no idea that this adventure will be the time that I experience the longest moments of my life. Oh, and I found a donkey while traveling, since I can equip with the chest with this good boy here, so I definitely will save my inventory a lot. So goodbye to my horse, you saved me a lot of time, but now it's time to switch it to the donkey. And whoa, what even in the planet of Minecraft is this? 2 rare structures right beside each other. What are the odds? But that time I didn't really want to risk my luck to see the loot inside the pillager outpost and stick to the nether temple, which I do not regret a single bit. The first few chests got loot that were not useful, and the last one I opened, oh my. Now that is lucky. I expected something good, but not a god apple. That is a little too overpowered and too rare to find, but I'll take it anytime, alright? And just exiting the temple, I stumble upon another village. I mean, I'm not that surprised since this village is quite far from the other ones and I was at earlier and I didn't need to stop to get anything, so I moved on. I decided to throw another Eye of Ender. I didn't have any experience with this, so I just went with the flow. And eventually arriving at the edge of the land, had to leave my donkey behind and travel the rest alone. Made myself a good old boat and it was sailing time. Bye donkey, hope you have a nice life. Been sailing for a while and I found a sunken ship. Nothing useful, but this time when I threw a Eye of Ender, I knew the stronghold was closed because now it went to another direction I was traveling. Finally, I arrived at this island, and for you, the audience, remember this island, it will be very useful later on. I knew the stronghold had to be close, so I zoomed around and saw the cold and scary stronghold. Time to break in. Now, the first room I discovered was very weird. Hashtag weird Minecraft structure generation. I mean, honestly, water shouldn't be flowing like this. Stronghold is frightening enough, you may have armor to go through, but before you shall make progress, the silverfish shall go through you. No kidding, they are strong if they are in groups. Back to the top. Plan B, dig myself to the stronghold. Yes, you heard that right. You know, scrap the idea of going in, because I am seriously not going back there, especially with water, it's almost deadly. If I dig myself into it, it's slow but worth the life. And this is why I brought more Eye of Enders, because I knew this might happen, and I am seriously not going back to the fortress again. After hallways and doorways of searching, I was losing motivation. I know I made it this far, but at this moment, I was thinking of giving up. Because this took me an extreme amount of time and I was not going anywhere. I had a really close call over here. If they got me, I will respawn all the way back at spawn and I would probably give it up. Even if I got back here, my stuff would disappear and I am definitely not restarting. That time, if I want to make progress, I desperately needed torches. Now, you are seeing this video with good brightness, but for me that time was almost completely dark. I had a single torch which made mobs spawn everywhere. I got some coal for mining, and this time I cleaned up my inventory and ready to prepare for something very big. Oh, and you can see me blocking off pathways because I have spent here over an hour and I am tired of being here. I need to find a path I haven't discovered yet. I found this cool room, like really cool room. After spending more than 80 minutes here, I finally did it. I found the end portal room. Not game over yet. Remember I talked about how dangerous the silverfish can be? Well, I didn't get rid of the spawner fast enough and now it's like a silverfish apocalypse. Not to worry, I dealt with them easily. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The time that I have been waiting over 7 years now. The time I wished I could achieve. Now it's the time. Before I jump in, my last part of my terrible plan comes in, which is to setting the spawn point here and store useless items. Yeah, really useless, and I have been carrying them for the whole game. Yup, it's time. Here we go. Whew. Let's go. And my plan stops here. I didn't even plan to kill the dragon, silly me, but we are still going to do it. The battle is a little rough because I didn't plan anything through this part. It started off okay, getting up the towers and shooting the end crystals, not too long until the dragon hit me hard. But that's not the problem. The problem is that when I went back to the end, I had to go through the terrible process of mining the blocks I placed behind. To make this interesting, let's put some battle music. Sorry to stop the music if you're enjoying it, but the dragon was bugged and was not coming down or attacking me. So I tried to place down a bed on the tower hoping that it would come for me, but it didn't go or end too well. Today's the day. Wait. Alright. Go. Let's go! Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness, let's go! Oh my goodness! Oh! 7 years. 7 years. We did. 7 years. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, 7 years. I did it. I have officially beaten Minecraft without cheats.